Yesterday, I watched a movie called Cry Freedom. Denzel Washington played the South African activist Steven Biko. And many of you may not know, when I wrote the song Cry Freedom, if you've watched my YouTube channel, my documentary, some of the TV shows I was on, in my mid-20s, I had a multi-million-dollar recording contract with the largest movie studio record company in the world, MCA Records Universal Movies Studios in Hollywood. And how did it happen? I wrote a song after seeing a movie called Cry Freedom. It was about apartheid in South Africa. That was long before Nelson Mandela, who was in prison for over 30 years, came out and literally became the president of South Africa. And the slavery and the apartheid system went away. For generations, those people suffered, the South Africans, over the Dutch, Afrikaners, the Dutch, who came around the Horn of Africa down to South Africa, Johannesburg, and took it over. Yes, they built up the city. They abused the people and made the people of the land their slaves. And worse than slaves, they just abused them. It was horrible. And I remember growing up seeing in the news all the time, South Africa, apartheid, what's going on in South Africa. And there was boycotts of the nation. The United States would boycott South Africa to try to strangle them into submission to end the system of apartheid. It broke my heart. I wept when I saw that movie, and I wanted to do something. What could I do? I said, well, I write songs. I can write a song about it. I can inspire people to get involved. I wanted to do something. And I went to a church at that time in Westminster where I attended. It was a mixed church of races, mostly white. The pastor was a tall white cowboy from Texas, and he could preach. Pastor Floyd LaHawn, he was amazing, powerful. I always felt the fear of God in my heart when he preached. And I asked if the choir would come to the studio I was using in Huntington Beach and sing in the background for me. I would teach them my song, Cry Freedom, and they agreed. And 25 to 30 members of the choir, I believe, they came to the studio. And they backed me up in this little garage. The studio was in a garage, a home garage. And I recorded that song, and it cost me, I think, $300 to pay the engineer. Then I drove all the way from Westminster, California to Hollywood. And I took a little cassette, I had cassettes then, took a little cassette of the song that I recorded on this big 4-inch, was it 4 inches or 3 inches? It might have been even 2-inch tapes called analog, no digital. And I recorded that on cassette. I took it up and walked through the front door of the biggest record company movie studio in Hollywood. And I talked to the receptionist, and I said, I wrote a song, and I want the people to hear it in your company. And she's like, well, you just can't, you have an appointment? I said, no. She said, well, you just can't do that. You have to have an appointment. This is a big record movie company. I said, well, you see the people every day, don't you? The people up there that in that tower on the top floor, they have to pass your desk to come in the building. She goes, yes. And then they leave. She goes, yes, I see them every day. I said, well, I'll give it to you. And if you like my song, would you pass it on to somebody that you see? I said, what if I give it to you and you can listen to it in your car on your break or on your Walkman, your little boom box? She goes, I'm just a receptionist. I'm like, but you see them every day. And if you saw them and you said, hey guys, I was listening to the song, I really like it. Would you tell me what you think of it? And she goes, I can do that. She wasn't an executive. She wasn't nobody that really had any contact. She was a receptionist to the building. And one day, one of the guys, who's a big time record guy, he walks through the building, passes hello, security guard. He passes her desk, the receptionist to the building. And she says, hey, and she called his name. She said, hey, can I say something to you? She says, listen, some guy came in here and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what all she said. She goes, he gave me a cassette and he told me if I liked the song, if he thought I liked it, then maybe someone else would like it. She goes, I don't know anything about this business. She goes, but you want to hear it, here it is. And because she was a receptionist to the building, he goes, oh, Jenny, no worries, I'll listen to it. He sees her every day. He doesn't want to come across like a jerk. He takes the song up to his tower, top floor of this skyscraper on Sunset and Vine, and he puts it in. I get a call literally a week later, maybe it was a week and a half, and I get a call. I don't know who this person is. And he says, is this Steve Gooden? I said, yes. He said, we've been listening to your song for the last week and a half. Everybody's listening to your song on this top floor. Can you come in and meet with us? I couldn't believe it. I said, yes. I drove out. And he asked me, where's your manager? You have an agent? I'm like, no. You have a lawyer? I'm like, no. He goes, listen, we want to sign you to this record company. And he sat me in his office and he showed me boxes and boxes and boxes of all of these letters and envelopes from people trying to get a record deal. He goes, I get thousands of these every week. We don't listen to them. He said, we don't have time for that. We got artists, we got other people, we go out. We're called the A&R. Artists, research, and development. We go out and find artists, and we have already the contacts in the industry. He goes, plus we're busy with the artists we have signed. He goes, we don't have time, but people send it. It sits on the floor. We throw it away. He said, but we listen to your cassette because you did something very unorthodox. The receptionist of our building, that we see her every day. And we just listened to the tape just to humor her. And it blew us away. We want to sign you to a record deal. We have plans for this song. And it was unbelievable. I had come to California with $4.25 a few years before that in my pocket. And then they want to sign me to a multi-million-dollar record contract. I had no contacts, no agent, no manager, no nothing. Just the Lord just said, walk up to that big giant company and go to the front door and put your cassette. Try to get in. Or give it to the security guard. Give it to the receptionist. Only God could have done it. I thought my life was set. It sure appeared to be. Next thing I know, wow, I signed the contract. And all of these famous people wanted to record my song. And we were in the big time studios, the multi-million-dollar recording studios. We started working on this song that was going to be a global song. And lo and behold, while I'm recording it, a movie came out. Another movie. Martin Scorsese, The Last Temptation of Christ. And the studio, which was the largest in the world, was a studio where Martin Scorsese was signed to make movies. And I'm on the record division of that studio. And guess what happened? You got it. You got it. I tore up my contract after I told them I could not, in good faith, stay in a company that would offend the very God that gave me the song that you want to sign and make money off of. I just can't do it. You're offending Jesus, and you have no remorse of putting out a movie that shows Jesus having sex with Mary Magdalene. I can't do it. And in front of 25,000 people in the world press, I was on all television. When I tore up that contract, it was a major news. They wrote about it in the biggest magazine of the time. All over the world, people were sending me letters when they saw it. I cried that day. The television footage is there. You can watch it on my channel. And I gave back that rich contract, that slave contract to Hollywood. Who knows what would have become of me? And I tore it up. And it was so public that they banned me in Hollywood, like they banned Steve Biko in South Africa. They banned me. No one will ever record. You'll never record anywhere in the city. Every company, we're putting your name on the list. And they blackballed me. A black man being blackballed. Go figure. I didn't care. I was already used to being persecuted. First in my own home by my father, by my neighbors, by my friends, by my family, by the school where I went. I was already forged in the fire. I was strong enough to be persecuted. Praise Papa. I have not looked back. Give God the glory. Because unlike most, I don't count what I give to God, and I never hold back. Whatever God asks me for today, he can get tomorrow and the next day. I never say, let someone else do it, let someone else say it, let someone else preach it, let someone else help them, let someone else, oh no. I'm the first out the gate. Because God was first out the gate for me. I never give up, and I never turn back. And it doesn't matter how big a company is, or how famous someone is. They all found out. Isn't it funny? I didn't realize until yesterday, I didn't even think about it, that I would fall under the same category as Steve Biko, fighting a great power. And I didn't even think about this. His name is Steve, and so is mine. Keep fighting, all of you. First, fight the devil within you. Because if you don't fight the devil within you, you won't be able to fight the devil outside of you. Fight the devil that's in your mind and in your heart. Love yourself, and then you can love others. Fight the devil in yourself, then you can fight the devil outside of yourself and others. Love God, and it'll be evident to everyone outside yourself that you love God. Amen. Cry freedom.
Across the seas I hear their voices ring. Like the wind I feel their heartstrings pain. They are a people like you and me, longing to be free. They utter words like equal and humanity. Colors I would make the rainbow, beauty seen by he who beholds. Let us learn to reach love in South Africa. We must hear the words of those who have been and now can say and do what together we must learn to cry. People struggle, wars are lost, and victories won. Sometimes there's hope and there is change. Other times there's none. Ain't no man, he's your neighbor. Don't do like they do. Though your dreams and ideas seem to fade, they will come true. Colors are what make the rainbow, beauty seen by he who beholds. Let us learn to reach love in South Africa. We must hear the words of those who have been and now can say and do what together we must learn to cry.
Gentiles, Protestants, and Catholics will be able